Hey, what's up, man? I am going to try and go ahead and get the bot installed. The time is finally here where we can get this going. I watched both of Zen's videos from the group, and he did it from the Mac perspective. So I am going to attempt and do this from the Windows perspective based on what I remember, because I watched the videos one time, and I'm going to try and do it now. From what I understand, let me pull it up. Step number one is to go to the group, download the bot from the link that he gave. It looks like this. And again, I'm just showing a screenshot just in case someone gets a hold of this video. I don't want to be in trouble for, leaking anything. So I'm just showing a screenshot. You basically can go to the group, click on the announcements tab, and then you'll see this with the link that you need to click. I'm basically going to go click that now and download what I need to download. I'm going to be doing most of the activity here from my sub 1 Chrome browser. So I'll go ahead and open that up now. I'll paste my link and start the download. When it's done, I'll continue with the process. Okay, it looks like it's done downloading. So what I'll do now is go over to my downloads folder and extract it. Extract here, or if you don't have 7-zip installed, I believe you can just extract all and then extract. I don't want to show files. It's basically the same thing. So then I'll double click in here. We have Mac and we have Windows. Again, I'm doing it for Windows, so I'm going to extract all. Then what I'll do is double click into Windows, double click into Windows again. And then from what I understand, this how-to guide has a link to the information that I need to download Java, which is the next step. So what I'll do, because I don't have Microsoft Word installed, well, I have an old version of Word installed. Let me double click that and see. I think there's a way to open this in Notepad without there being any problems. Cancel out of that. Okay, so this is the link that I need to go to download Java. There actually is one step in the process that I forgot to mention that Zen did do in the video, and that is to go to the Chrome browser, click these 3 dots, go to Help, and then About Google Chrome, and make sure that you have the latest version downloaded. So you should see this where it says Google Chrome is up to date. You should make sure that Google Chrome is up to date before you proceed with this process. So what I'm going to do now is go download Java. And then from what he was saying, we need this version, .exe. I guess we have to click accept. And then what I'll do is go back to downloads, list view, and then double click Java. Looks like it's loading up here. And then I'll get it installed. And I believe that process is done. So I'll go back to our Windows folder and look at the guide. And now we want to go to Gmail, go to this file and update our Gmail lists. So what I'll do is go over back to our folder. Again, we want to go to downloads, go into our extracted folder, Windows folder, other Windows folder, and we're looking for this particular file, the gmails.xlsx. I'll go back to my browser, go to drive.google.com, and here you should have a brand new Google Drive. If you're using your sub Chrome. I'm gonna go to new. We just want a new Google Sheet. And once this is done working, we'll simply import the file. Import, go to upload. I'll go back to my window here, drag and drop the Gmail's file into Google Sheets. So what I'll do is, the way that Zen did it was create new spreadsheet. I know you could go to replace spreadsheet and it should work, but basically you create new spreadsheet from the imported data. Then we click open now. Pretty much come here and close this old sheet and let this one load. As I understand it, we are not allowed to touch the name of the spreadsheet, the name of this specific sheet, or username and password. We are only to come here at the bottom, go to 42, click this row, scroll all the way to the bottom here. I'll just take it and drag it all the way down because it'll be a little bit faster. And I hold down the shift key on my keyboard, click the 1000th row, right click anywhere over here in the dark gray space, and then delete rows 42 through 1000. And that should take care of what you need for this spreadsheet. And then what you can do is copy and paste your username and password. I actually bought my double verified YouTube accounts from PBA Zone, so I'm going to go to that spreadsheet and copy and paste my username and password into this file. So what I'm going to do is paste them here. I just pasted my usernames, and now I'm going to paste my passwords. Okay, with that being done, I can now go to File, Download As, Microsoft Excel, and it'll download gmails.xlsx to my downloads folder. I'm going to go ahead and close this out because I don't think I need to do anything else. Now I can go over to my downloads folder, back to downloads, go to Gmails, and I'll copy the file or cut the file is what I'll do. Go back to my extracted folder, Windows folder, Windows folder. Then we have gmails.xlsx. That's the old file with the wrong usernames and passwords. The way Zen did it was to delete it, and then I'll go ahead and paste in the new Gmails with the correct usernames and passwords. Again, if I go to downloads, it's no longer there, but basically all you have to do once it's downloaded from Google Sheets is right click, copy, and then come in and right click, paste. That's all you're doing. So again, just in case that wasn't clear, I'll go to downloads, and instead of copy, I'll go ahead and cut it and paste. And I believe that's all you need to do to get this thing ready. At this point, what we're doing now is getting every single sub Chrome browser ready to create the profiles. And to do that, from what I understand, you have to completely close the Chrome browser. The one request that Zen has for us is that we go to each subbing browser and go to youtube.com before we close all of the browsers. So what that means is go here, close out my downloads folder, close out the instructions. Subbing Chrome 1 is already open, is this one. Well, actually, I'll go ahead and close this one. But basically, we need to go to all 10 browsers and open youtube.com and then close everything. So I'll go to sub 1, sub 2, sub 3, sub 4, sub 5, sub 6, sub 7, sub 8, sub 9, sub 10. All right, so I have all 10 open. And once they're all open, what we can now do is go to youtube.com on each of them. So we'll go to youtube.com on that one, minimize that to load up, youtube.com, youtube.com, youtube.com. I think that's the last one. Once that's done with all 10 sub Chroming accounts, my understanding is that we want to close down Google Chrome completely. So what I'm going to do that is hit Control Alt Delete on my keyboard, go to the Task Manager, go to Google Chrome. There's a bunch of them open right now. And I'm going to go to Google Chrome and hit End Task. That's just an easy way for me to close all of the Google Chromes at once without having to go in and click X at the top of each corner. You can do that yourself if you don't want to go to the task manager. But again, that's just a way for me to know for sure that I have all of my Google Chromes closed. So now I'll go back to the downloads folder. We'll go to our extracted file, Windows folder, other Windows folder, and then I think now we're ready to create profiles. I'm going to go ahead and click that now. And then click Start, being that we have all of the Google Chromes closed, and then see how that works out. I believe when you see this text waiting to sign into the next Gmail, that means that your setup has been a success. And now over the next, I don't know how many hours, Zen said it's going to take 12 hours. We'll see. I hope not, but we'll see. But over the next 12 hours, this bot will go and create the profiles it needs to make on your Google Chrome accounts. Double check profiles. Right, so sub 1. So we know that the sub 1 profile has been made. And from what I understand, Java will now continue and create the rest of the profiles. When it's done, you should see profiles sub 1 through sub 10. And someone in the comments of YouTube Express said that you will also see that some kind of message here saying that Java is now complete. Java is done with the job that it was doing. And I think once you see that you can then close your computer or turn it off or do whatever else you're going to do. A thing to note here is that according to Zen, you are not to open any of these sub Chrome browsers until the entire process is complete, because if you do, it might somehow throw off the process and your profiles will not be created. But you can use any other Chrome accounts that you do have available outside of these 10 subbing profiles. So with that being said, I hope that this was easy to follow, that it wasn't too confusing, and that you were able to get everything downloaded and installed.